We are recording.
I'm gonna test this
Mama
later.
Lou.
All right.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, my sister in drag, and happy Easter to all of you. I'm Jan Benet. I'm Jan Benet Ramsey.
And I'm her mom.
And you're Jesus. You're Mary.
Jesus.
You're Mary. Hi.
Hi, Mary. Hey,
I'm
Mary.
Magdalene. Oh my God.
We're recording this on Easter.
We are. We just had. I was gonna say we just had drunk at the Laurie Beachman Theater.
We did.
And we did, but you know what? No, it wasn't too crazy. I only had 2 drinks.
I only had 1, and then I just filled it with orange juice. Because I got a double duty after this. I'm going to do a gig.
Oh my God, one of my diamonds fell in the macaroni. It's double duty.
Double duty.
Double duty. One of my diamonds fell in the macaroni. A lot of grease on the mind today. Hi, everyone. Again, happy Easter.
Welcome back to yet another episode of
My
Sister in Drag.
I'm Jan Sport.
I'm Jackie Cox.
And
We should
everybody-
do a morning show.
Good morning, bitches! And we'll take the 7 o'clock slot, okay? These girls, let them get their rest. Because we're pros. We can get in the first slot and do 7 o'clock.
Oh wait, before we get into Drag Race though, there's so many other things I want to talk about. The first of which, top of my mind, the Bravo drama.
Okay, yes.
Summer House drama.
Yep, okay,
So-
let's talk about it.
So for everyone listening who's mostly a Drag Race person, you have to know about the drama happening in the Bravo sphere right now. So if you haven't watched a show called Summer House.
People are calling it worse than Scandival.
I mean, worse in the sense that, like, I just didn't expect it from this person.
Okay.
Whereas Tom Sandoval, I kind of expected him
Yeah,
to do what he did because he was kind of always an asshole.
that dirty dog.
And Amanda Batula, I thought she was like
A girl's girl.
I thought she was a girl's girl. So that was the biggest gag of it all.
So tell the story.
Yeah. So to back it up a little bit, my ex, who's an amazing makeup designer, joined, not the cast, but started doing Sierra Miller's makeup after her first season.
Yes.
Sierra Miller, who's incredible, one of the most beautiful women on earth.
Gorgeous.
I've had the grace of seeing her face done in my presence many times. Truly a very sweet, wonderful woman. She started dating a fellow cast member named West 2 seasons ago.
Yes.
They had a really, like, the fans loved it. They were so cute together. And then once cameras went down, West broke her heart and ended things. And kind of made it seem like he was only there for the cameras.
Damn.
So that wasn't great.
Strike 1. Douche.
Strike 1.
Asshole.
Meanwhile,
That is like... Okay, what do you think is worse? Getting broken up off camera or on?
well, the context, I definitely would not want to be broken up with on camera.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, I would, just because I wouldn't want to have to deal with that, like, reliving that physically.
So maybe not an asshole in that regard.
But an asshole in the sense that it seemed like it was kind of because they were no longer filming.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of like, hey, I dated you through the fall for a little bit, but
now we're not with each other and I
Well,
don't want this.
It was more like, now the season's starting to air, I'm going to get all this attention from other women, I want to be single. Gross.
Gross. Oh my God!
Speaking of Summer House,
Oh
welcome
my
our little
God.
cabana boy, EJ. Say
Thank
hi,
you,
EJ.
Welcome.
Cheers.
EJ, I would never break your heart like that. On or off camera, okay?
I was gonna say definitely better be off camera. Why
Yeah.
would I want that on camera?
Oh.
I guess it's good drama.
It's good television. Oh yeah, close that door.
Yeah, close that door.
Close the door
EJ,
behind you!
before we started rolling this podcast, Jen was like, do we have wine? And I said, you know what, we are going to talk about a morning show, so we need wine. Mm. I love this drink.
Berry acai.
So that was the first strike.
That absolute berry.
Meanwhile, since the very first season, before Sierra Miller ever joined, the kind of center couple of Summer House is Kyle and Amanda. Kyle, the Peter Pan, perennial party boy.
Of course they are. Of course they are. The couple of Summer House. That is like a girl from Central New Jersey
Yes.
who's like a shore
Her name's
girl.
Amanda Batula.
Amanda Batula. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
apparently she's from where I'm from, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I know exactly who that girl is.
And-
And I know exactly who that fucking guy is.
Oh,
too.
I mean, and I will say this about Kyle, though he is horrible for Amanda, and I'm glad they're
broken up.
broken up. At least Kyle's always just been himself. Like, nothing Kyle's ever done has surprised me because he kind of presented himself as this fun, crazy Peter Pan party boy from the beginning. That's his whole brand.
Yeah, no, he's a kid at heart.
He's a kid at heart, and Amanda finally left him. That part's fine.
Okay. Do they have kids?
They don't have kids. And
Thank God.
That was one of the big pieces of contention is like, Kyle wanted kids, and Amanda was like, you're a kid. I don't have the energy for this.
Honestly, cheers to no kids.
So that's kind of the setup. Then in this most recent season of Summer House, West starts flirting with Sierra again, trying to get
Her
back or something. Meanwhile, Kyle and Amanda are worse than ever.
Damn. On the outs.
On the outs, West is kind of comforting Amanda, but it seems pretty platonic. Off camera, after the season films in the fall, or maybe even January, Kyle and Amanda announced they're getting separated. They've been married, getting separated.
It's time.
Then, an anonymous tip told Dumois that West and Amanda were hooking up. And they decided to release a joint statement. Meanwhile, Sierra helped Amanda through everything. Whenever
she was a great friend.
Whenever Kyle was being an asshole to her, Sierra was there comforting her. She did the same thing with Paige when she was having problems. Like, Sierra is a girl's girl.
She seems it.
And not only that, Sierra talked a lot about, in this most recent season, about how, in addition to the West thing being difficult because it sucks to have your heart broken, she felt it was so much worse because...
What a betrayal.
And as a black woman, she talked about how it was so hard for her
Ooh.
to, have people saying, you just let a white man play in your face. That was a quote from her. And this is literally not just a white man, also her white best friend in the house that was left. Because Paige was her best friend. Paige is gone. But Amanda was her best friend this season.
That's so fucking shitty. Ew. Fuck you both. I'm glad Rihanna unfollowed you, Amanda. Literally, fuck you. Oh my god. What a bitch.
And
then,
they haven't filmed the reunion yet. It's filming next
revenge
week.
Dress.
It's
We're going to get a revenge dress.
Week.
We are going to get the red Ariana Madix 2.0. I can't wait. Sierra, I love you.
I want the world for Sierra Miller.
And she's going to get it. Summer House is hers, mama. Okay?
Mama.
She better fucking be hosting that shit. All right, Andy? Make something happen at Peacock.
Yeah, so that is all of the Bravoverse drama. Sorry if you were a Drag Race person.
And I'll tell you this, what I think is interesting is that there was a little bit less tea. And like okay, you've obviously heard that the Bachelorette was canceled because of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives girl.
That is crazy.
Because you don't watch that show.
I'm not a Bachelor.
I watched that show. No, I watched Bachelor and I also watched Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh,
so
double.
That's gaggy. But then also one of the girls who was also getting a divorce hooked up with one of her castmates' exes, and now that's a whole thing too. But I think that it's like this light. They said, oh, your fun little games for your show, and then Amanda and West were like, here we go. They kind of went up to them in a way that's so fucked up. You don't need to make these things happen for stories, mama.
We don't need this. And here's the thing, there are literally 1 million men, white men in New York City who look just like West. Amanda, couldn't you have gone for anyone else? And even if not, even if you do feel a spark or something, be like, you know what? We can't do this to our friend Sierra. Let's just be friends for now for each other.
Not
through
even,
this hard time of my divorce.
Let's not do this to Sierra, my best friend, your ex, who still has feelings for you.
Right.
Fuck you guys.
And that you tried just this past summer to hook up with again.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our fashion for 1 second.
It is Easter and we look crazy.
So yeah, get up and do a little twirl, Jackie. I love it.
This is from H&M Studio.
Yes.
Period.
And I am my
give us a spin.
Kelsey Ballerini Country Music Awards. I did this with Olivia Lux,
Manila.
Kennedy Davenport, Manila,
and I was
Kelsey
there.
Ballerina. Jackie was there.
You invited me as your +1.
I did.
And then I had so much fun.
It was amazing.
I just got drunk and had the best time. And then we saw
that Jackie. You know that was the worst hangover of my life.
Oh, because Kelsey took us all out afterwards. That's a girl's girl.
Okay, we love Kelsey Ballerini. I've yet to run into her at Flaming Saddles, but I know the day will come and it will be a really great reunion. However, her and her team were so nice. They took us out and they paid for all of our drinks. They were bringing us shots. It was crazy. I have never in my life been so hungover. I woke up 2 hours before I had to leave for my flight and I could not stop vomiting every 10 minutes. Then I had to get in the car. I'm with Olivia Luck because we're on the same flight, and she literally had to tell the driver to pull over twice
So that she could vomit?
so that I could
So
vomit.
that you could vomit.
And she was the sweetest ever. She was like, "Sir, slow down. Easy, easy, sir. Yes, easy." She was so...
She has such a soft voice.
She is... Yeah, no, it was the nicest thing that anybody could have done for me in that moment. The second I got through TSA, I found a big Sprinkles cupcake animatronic thing. I got a red velvet
Vending
and
machine.
put it in vending machine. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. And I'm really trying to disassociate with AI right now. And I put that in my mouth and I was fine. I did not throw up after that, but girl, I was in the trenches like I'd never been before.
Well, here's to you, Kelsey.
Kelsey. If you go down,
I'm going down too.
Cheers.
Cause dirt on you is dirt on me. Love that song.
So good. Can't find it anywhere online anymore. All right.
The video?
Oh, yeah, let's take it down.
Well, you know the new owners of CMT are...
We're not even... And if you're not watching Untucked, you're only getting half the story. So tune into our Untucked, okay?
Yeah, our Untucked is where it's, or I go through the deep dives of Variety and tell us what's happening.
Okay, well, let's get into this. We wanted to just front some of this because there's really not much to talk about in this episode.
It's a morning show, which is kind of what we're doing.
It's a morning show, which is what, yeah. And honey, that was not scripted either, okay? We didn't even have anything going on, so I think we're doing pretty good in this challenge. I did have to say, I kind of knew that the writing was on the wall for Nene or Juicy.
Yeah.
Because you do this and you're like, okay, they're gonna lip sync against each other, so the winning team is gonna win and then the losers are gonna lose against each other. And the minute but in my mind I was like, I know Mikey is probably gonna pick Darlene. I just like felt
Smart
it in
girl.
I just felt it in my bones. And Nene and Juicy were gonna lip sync against each other, and not that I thought that they did a bad job, but I was like, I see the writing on the wall for both of these girls. They're both kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, Nene, this is her third week in a row lip syncing. I was shocked.
Yeah, to rewind it back a little bit, we start the episode coming off of Jane's abrupt departure.
The Incredible Jane Doe.
The Incredible Jane Don't. And I think this is actually where both Mikey and Darlene realize that, oh, we're the two
We're gonna
comedy acting funny bitches who are left here.
Yeah.
Who can, like, actually take this mantle.
Yeah.
Who've, you know.
And Nene is literally like, all of y'all should be thanking me. Like, I could not imagine. That would be like if, no shade, like Gigi or her went home. Because they were like the two
They were the two front runners, yeah.
I'm like, that would have kind of been like that if it had not really...
And it honestly felt to me when I was in season 12 that at that point, once they'd secure all of their wins, I think they each had 3 wins going into the finale, was that...
Probably only 2. Our seasons weren't that long.
But then...
Jada had 3, Gigi had 4, Sherry had 2.
Sure, but I was like, oh, they have the most wins. They're definitely... And I felt like...
It was you or Crystal.
It felt like it was me and Crystal just because of track record is honestly how it felt. So I
Yeah.
was just like, it is what it is. And it kind of felt this way as well, but also the challenge played out the way it is. Because it's a morning show challenge, which I think is actually a really great challenge in the sense that this is what
something...
we do. Like,
Yeah.
I get booked for many things like this. I get booked for scripted things. I get booked for... I've done teleprompter things where they're like, hey, Jackie, will you host this thing? And we'll give you the script on a teleprompter. And you have to, like, read it and make it sound like it's something that you're saying.
I mean, Jackie and I have done upfronts together. For
Oh,
those
yeah.
of you who don't know, upfronts is kind of like when the people who are putting money, by people I mean the big companies who put money
Advertising
into
agencies.
into like Paramount, for example, which what we do upfronts for. It's like a big dinner to just show them all the things that they put their money into, all the great things that have come from the network and stuff. So it's a wide variety of people and a wide variety of people who host it. They normally get all of the Drag Race girls to do this.
Yeah.
And this is like in front of all of these big executive people. Like, this is something truly that in-house they will hire you for. And we have had so much fun at those events.
It's really fun.
And it's a good thing for the girls to be like, I can't take this so seriously too. Like, you got to make it funny.
Yes, that also working with Zayn and the improv element of it is also something we are like kind of asked to do in different ways. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
mean, even when we're doing something with like a host or something,
absolutely.
we're in a different city.
We're in a different
you know?
city. You're doing
We don't
that
know
kind
this
of thing.
person.
You know, or if the director of Song Sung Blue asks you, why don't you improv with Hugh
Oh!
Jackman and Kate Hudson, and why don't you do that entire sequence with me being their stylist was improv.
That's incredible.
I mean, there's no dialogue, but we also were talking. They were like, well, we
Right.
have to make it feel real, so we were like talking and doing stuff. And yeah, so this challenge to me is a good level setter
exercise
of what people do, because yes, drag is lip syncing and dancing and kicking your face and all that stuff, which Nene and Juicy are great at. But drag is also all those other things which Darlene and Mikey are great at.
I mean, here's the thing. Think about this. When you think about a lot of the girls who are really like the ones who are like
Consistently booked.
Mount Rushmore of Drag Race, they are always, the reason why they are always in the press is because they're really good at giving these interviews, which give them more press.
Jinx.
Jinx is
Bob.
incredible at it. Bob,
Alaska.
Monet,
Bianca.
Yeah, like, sorry for all the girls that we're missing that are also incredible, but like those girls are always like, I can really
Alyssa.
turn this out. Alyssa. I mean, yeah, it's just bringing your energy into something that a lot of people will see, which is like a morning show. We
Which this is like a morning show.
were on the morning show.
Oh
We
my
were
god.
Okay, can we really spill this right now? Do you know how like dooms that morning was? Remember when we were at BuzzFeed?
That was the craziest thing. So
okay.
the news about our redacted sister broke.
And we had found out the night before we got tipped off that this was going to be breaking.
And we were at it broke.
Flaming Saddles.
It broke. And then we were at the Snooki podcast, me, you, and Britta.
No, this was a different day, baby. I'm going to tell you this.
No. It wasn't that day. But that
Oh.
was the day that I got told. You and Jan have to go on BuzzFeed to address this.
Yes.
We have to, like, the press needs someone to address this happening.
Yeah.
So you two are the ones who are going to go on BuzzFeed on this show they have
and
address
they were really
the allegations and
And-
the confirmation from our fellow contestants.
and they were really prying. And so I said, Jackie, you got this, girl.
If I wish the video is still somewhere, but we're sitting on a couch. It's like the two of us and the host.
I would pull it up right now if I literally had my phone. There is a picture of me
You are
talking
sinking
to
into
Rosanna
the couch.
Scotto. I am like this. My hair is fried. I'm in the makeup from last night because I was so depressed hearing about this news. And literally, I look crazy. I'm like, I'll post the screen. I have the screenshot. I'm ready to release the tapes.
And then our press rep goes, "Hey Jackie, your job." Yeah, we're still recording.
Okay.
Circle's a square. That's it. Our press rep was like, "Jackie, you're the one who's gonna." She didn't say you're the one. She just said Jackie and Jan. She said it's about.
I said you're the one.
She said, "You're gonna have to take these questions. They're gonna press you on it multiple times, and you have to somehow divert the attention back to yourselves and Drag Race."
And yes, this season is about politics. We are going to the polls this season. Like, that's literally, like, it was something...
I
like,
forget what I said, but I had to turn it around.
It was something fierce. Like, it was like, you know, I don't really want to talk about that. What I do want to talk about is the sisterhood that this cast has. And
I
it
think
was
it was something like
something
that.
fierce.
I
was like,
turned it.
divert, Jackie, divert,
I
yes!
had to do it. And that was the first time. The second time I do that in my drag career, I hosted Star Trek Day for Paramount,
Okay.
which was a live red carpet.
Oh my god!
Live red carpet, interviewing all of the stars of Star Trek.
Dream.
And so we did a couple pre-tape. Like, so the red carpet was open from like 10 to 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had like a few of the celebrities come in earlier to do some pre-tapes with us, and it was really fun. It was me and Mary Chiefo. It was amazing. She
Awesome.
she played a Klingon in one of the Star Treks, and she's really fun, fierce lesbian. Love Mary
God.
Chiefo. Love Mary Chiefo.
Get gays on the carpet to interview people.
Baby.
My God. Get theater people, please.
Okay, but now let me tell you what happened.
Talk to me.
They go, "Okay, Jackie, we're going live at noon."
Okay.
And Patrick Stewart is going to be a live interview. Patrick Stewart, who is,
Wow.
you know,
Yeah.
obviously Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek, but also you know him from literally everything else, including X-Men, Professor Xavier, all that kind of stuff. And it was the day the Queen of England died. And they go, "Jackie, these are his first public comments since the passing of the Queen. So we're going to need to get his commentary on the Queen passing. And then can you somehow transition him to talking back about Star Trek?"
Transition him? My God.
Ian McKellen's been trying to do it for years.
Jesus. I mean, they're talking about it at the schools and everything.
I had to somehow be like, so because Mary asked the question, she was like, you know, as because he's knighted, he's Sir Patrick Stewart. She knighted him.
So you couldn't just be like, now that the Queen has been beamed up, what do you have to?
no, but literally Mary was like, what are your thoughts on the Queen passing? And so he said what he said, and then it goes, and then it's my turn to ask the question. I go, yes, and with the transition in British society and everything happening, like, what are the transitions we see Jean-Luc Picard going through in this newest season of Star Trek Picard? Was I think how I like twisted it, and he answered it, and then
That's fabulous.
and then the cherry on top of this story. A year later, I went to the premiere of the final season of Star Trek Picard, and we had this really cute moment on the red carpet where he saw me and he was like, "Oh, Jackie," blah blah blah. He was very sweet, and then afterwards, he told me, he was like, "By the way, that was one of the best interviews I've had."
Oh, that's amazing. You go, girl. You did that.
So, baby, this is a good challenge.
Hire her for a carpet. Yeah,
Hire her.
no, these are the things that I think make, like, the stars the stars. You have to be really good at doing this, and all of the girls from this season are so capable of doing a challenge like this. Every single one of the girls, even when they're doing something like What You Packin' with Michelle, like, I wish that I kind of knew that it was all, like, the entertainment world. I was so, like, I thought that I had I thought that I really knew what it was about, but I was so kind of green going in, and I really was like, oh, this is all, like, this is every single thing that you record is an opportunity for somebody to really hear you and see you from a different audience that you might not have. So
Every
girls,
moment,
have fun.
Every moment you're on camera is
Nothing you say matters unless that
it's on-
camera
unless
is
it's
on.
camera. So yeah,
Let's talk about how the girls did.
yeah. So we start with Nene and Juicy, who, by the way, this challenge, I will say, it's also a very long challenge.
Hard.
Which,
Long and hard.
in the context of like, we're so used to the kind of these like quick challenge kind of like moments from the girls. Cut. And also like normally at this time we're doing like a thing with rehearsals and Jamal's teaching them choreo and
Music
they're writing a
video,
verse
pussy,
and we're
yeah.
seeing them record a thing. There's normally a lot more content. And this time it was just Tic Tac lunch with Rue, which they all did fine. I mean, I didn't love the AI portraits that Rue was doing, but maybe they weren't AI. Maybe someone did them.
Were they AI? I thought Rue was painting them. I said sequence dress. No, I thought it was.
You really thought Rue painted those?
No, but I thought. I mean, I don't know. I was like, I thought maybe somebody did.
And you know what?
Not in the moment.
And you know what? Maybe somebody did.
Comment below.
If you're working on the production, if you're one of our friends who still works on that show, let us know.
Let us know.
To me, it was giving AI mama.
Okay. Well, we hate that. All right. Okay. Well, I don't like that.
It's okay. I mean, look, people use AI when they want, but I was like, the conceit of this was that she was painting them, and then they came out and they looked like things that were printed on a canvas.
Totally.
And they were also all horrible.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad Nene was like, Rue was like, what do you think? And she was like, that's terrible. Like, and I was like, you better tell her.
Because Juicy as a centaur
and
will haunt my nightmares.
Well, also, it's, okay, so let's say this. It's interesting. This is foreshadowing, actually, to what Juicy was in the challenge. Because Juicy saw the horse and was like, well, I'm XYZ, and so I'm hung too. Yeah. And it was like, that was kind of her big critique. And I kind of think that too. It's like, it's a hard thing to say because sometimes tits are funny and then sometimes they're not. Sometimes jokes about sex are funny, other times that they're not. But
I will say this, I think sex in drag, in the context of RuPaul's Drag Race, only works if you are a supremely sexy goddess. I think of Sasha Colby. Like that's like someone who
Sasha Colby, Sasha Bell, like all the sexy Sashas. Like Frisbee Jenkins, come on!
But I feel like Sasha Colby never sold her sex. She just was sexy. Like she just like, this is me and I look pussy and
But if you guys sell your sex, that's okay too.
Right. But in the context of like, she wasn't like, oh, I'm the sexiest. She never said like,
she was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, she never did that. She never, or Kylie. You know what I mean? Like, Kylie Sonique Love was never like, never like, I'm the sexiest bitch, even though when bitch, gorgeous. Like, beautiful.
I think about her in the green tropical dress that I got sent home, that challenge that I got sent home in. She wore this like feathered outfit, and I mean, you probably heard the story a million times. Kylie had like pieces of things going into it, so she would literally do like a Barbie style herself, like what y'all want for like the Roblox like fashion thing. Like Kylie was doing that in real life in the studio, and it was so fierce. She's like, this shoe with this one, I don't know. And it was just everything.
She's such a Southern belle. But like all of that kind of sexuality is like one kind of sexiness. And then I think the kind of like overt sexiness that works is like when I'm thinking, for example, when Ben de la Creme is being the like MILF who's like, I have a catheter, where it's like you're pretending to be sexy, but you're not. Sure. And so Juicy is kind of like in between those ideas, right?
Juicy is like, I'm hung.
Yeah, Juicy's like, I'm a hot twink.
Where it's like Bianca Del Rio is like, and my dad's something, so I have a big dick, no credit, and blah, 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 blah. Like, It was like, she just threw it in there as something instead of making it the punchline.
Yeah, and it's sexy in and of itself. It's like, well, yeah, you are a cute twink, and you have a great body, and now...
I guess we know you have a big dick.
And now we know you have a big dick. But that's not, I don't think that's a selling point.
On 8 o'clock news.
It's also not funny.
Sure. Yeah.
It's also not funny. And I would say, too, one of the secrets of live anything, theater, television, unscripted, you have to listen to your partner. You know, you and I try to do it when we're doing this pod. Sometimes we step on each other's toes, but we then take a step and we take a step back, and it's like, well, now you say what you were going to say.
Exactly.
But I think both of them got so nervous whenever that would happen that it was like...
I actually really felt bad for those girls. They were nervous. And like, even like I said last week, with Nene and Jane both being in the bottom, they were both so nervous. You can see that. Also, you guys.
It is such a pressure cooker.
It is, and they were there for probably 5 or 6 weeks at that point. Like,
so longer than us.
It's crazy.
Like,
well, certainly longer than me. But I mean,
so I filmed 12 episodes. This is now the 14th episode in studio. So they're now there another 2 episodes past when I was there, and by the like 8th episode is when I really started feeling cuckoo.
You were hanging on by a thread.
Like right after you left, I was like,
everyone's gone, and now the only person left with me thinks that broken crayons can still color. All right, Darlene and Mikey Meeks were definitely foils of one another, and I thought that really worked.
They played it up.
And in the same way, like, did Darlene have a couple of sexual innuendos that she put in there?
The thing is, it's not about being sexual or
no,
not sexual.
Totally. I'm trying
it's
to make
about
the comparison.
The sex has to be funny.
Yeah.
So if we go back,
she
like, here's the
excelled
thing.
at that.
Juicy was almost there, and I think, for example, they were like, I don't know, she put her head in between Zayn's crotch. I'm like, that could have been funny if she was making a funny face. Mm-hmm. But she put her head in between Zayn's crotch, and she kind of was just like, serving, which is like, no. Okay. If you're gonna do something that ridiculous, if you're gonna do something that ridiculous, like finish the thought.
Yeah.
Give me the face.
If you're gonna do something that ridiculous, finish the thought.
Period.
That's fun. Oh!
Finish the thought.
See, that's how you. That is how you make a sex joke funny. Am I right, ladies?
Ladies, wait,
EJ is rolling his eyes at me. And you know what, girl? I get it.
We're so glad EJ's back.
We're so glad.
EJ was away for 7 months, many months, doing many contracts.
Many moons.
2024
Wow.
New Zealand blend by Kim Crawford.
Kim Crawford!
Who is a man.
That is, I was going to say, that is the biggest gag of my life, is that Kim
We're supporting men's
Crawford
Thanks, cutie.
is an New Zealand, a Kiwi man.
Kiwi. We had so much fun in Australia.
Let's go back.
ITD.
Oh.
We'll just do. Girl, I get it. There's times are hard. They gotta bring out the girls. They gotta bring out the. They gotta bring out the heavy hitters. I get that.
And there's all those Australian queens now.
I have to tell you this though. I was just at a bar in Des Moines, Iowa, called Blazing Saddles.
Yes, I did go there.
The oldest gay bar in the country? Question mark?
It's something the oldest gay bar in Iowa.
There's something that's special about them. I don't know what it is. It might be that. It could be that. Any hoodle.
Let us know in the comments. Google it for us.
We are
please.
getting to a place right now where we just need to kind of keep our heads and necks above because we are about to be, we are 6 seasons deep, but people are going, wow, like, oh, it's you. Because they're kind of seeing, they're like,
we're still
girls
doing
that
it.
came before that and these girls who came before us are so good in season 2. This is what All Stars really should be. But in Des Moines, they were like, girl, no, you are legendary.
It's
Like
you,
season 12 is like the
have
season.
been and always will be an
All
all-star.
Star.
No,
Anyway.
season 12, I think season 12 is absolutely legendary. I think
Season 12 is the last great season. I'm sorry to say it. We won the most Emmys. It was beautiful. We had controversy, and we still rose above.
Cheers to that, bitch.
All right, we need to talk about this show.
Back to
We are. You know what? You're welcome. You're welcome. You know exactly what happened on this episode.
Come on this
Better
tangent
get
with
stories.
us. Come on this tangent with us. Come on this tangent with us. So back to Darlene and Mikey. You're right. Yin and Yang, very good. Mikey was great at being the straight man for most of it.
Yeah, you
which
gotta
is
hold it down.
You have to do that.
Yeah, I think we have taken turns in our dynamic
Yeah.
where we do that, and I would say we're both great at picking up those characters and also knowing when each other are going into those
Yeah,
characters.
someone has to be the
too.
crazy one. Someone has to be the one to bring him back.
And that being said, with them having, I mean, obviously they've been together for 6 weeks at this point. I'm sure they have this beautiful dynamic that is, you know, something that they can vibe off of and just trust each other like we have. But we have been together for years doing that. Them doing that together in that moment and making it that good is so incredible. They're so open to having a good time. I mean, Mikey is a theater girl, so I know she gets it. Darlene is batshit, and I know that she gets it. I love her. She is so funny. I really hope that as a My Best Judy girl, we get to do a gig with her soon.
Oh, yes, please. And they were also really giving me Hoda and Kathy Lee, who I think are like the epitome of like what this episode is. It's like who are the 2 women who are having wine at 10 a.m. on a weekday, and, you know, Mikey was Hoda and Darlene was Kathy in this.
Okay, I don't know, and then we're going to get into the runway, because that was so true. I don't think anything truer could be said about this segment, and I think we need to go to the runway.
Take it to the runway.
But I will say, I have to... One of the funniest things that I thought about this episode, and I don't know if it was intentional, but a vocal stim that I say or play in my mind is Lydia B. Collins at the beginning of her roast going, "Rue, hi." And Mikey and Darlene both went, "Hi," in the exact same timbre. And it's so funny to me. I don't know if it was intentional, but the way that Lydia says, "Rue, hi," is like ingrained in my fucking brain. It's so good. The roast that she had won, by the way. So it was really good. But
Ms. Butthole Collins.
all right, if you nasty. And let's talk about some of these nasty runways that the girls had.
Before I get to the actual runway, I have to pause because Michelle Visage looked so beautiful. I gasped when I saw her. The way that hair was...
It was like 60s, right?
It was so beautiful and big, and it sat just at the exact right place off her shoulders. It was... I looked at her and I was like, that is a breathtaking middle-aged woman, and I love her. She looked better than she's looked all season.
Can I tell you something? I really do believe... I know that RuPaul was invited to the Met Gala once, and maybe it's not her thing, but RuPaul's Drag Race is one of, if not the most winning reality television competition shows in the history of the category, or at least their history being nominated. I think The Amazing Race is the only one that's like still there. But Drag Race is still on and still relevant. Wouldn't you love to see Michelle Visage turning it at I mean, she's always working, but turning it at these runways and carpets, I'm like, Ru might go out of drag and that's fun and fabulous. But I'm like, I know, like, Michelle Visage at the Met Gala every year, 1, deserves, 2, need to see it, 3, come on, let's go.
She looks so good.
I know. Michelle Visage for the Met Gala. You heard it here. We are preaching and praying and prying for this girl to go. Anna, I know you're busy doing Devil Wears Prada #2.
Promo.
See, I just forget words. All right.
Yeah. No, Michelle looks so beautiful. Obviously, and Tiana's a great.
Teyana Taylor.
Tiana's so amazing. Like, wow.
What a dream. And I also love that she really did. I think that's why I'm so inspired to talk about how much I love these
Because she loves
judges.
it too.
No, but she was like, I need to give y'all your flowers. And I thought that was so awesome. I was like, this girl like really understands the impact that this has. I think a lot of times, I will just say, like I said, I was in Iowa and I did a gig for Iowa Safe Schools. And it's all about providing a safe environment for a bunch of queer teens who are in high school in Iowa,
Where
the
being
middle
gay is
of the
basically
country.
illegal.
And I was just like, what I'm doing here is so important and so special for a lot of these kids. And I don't know if they know, but that is the future of what this country is. And I was like, I need to just like really make sure that they know how special they are. And I think Teyana Taylor, as somebody who is in the bigger zeitgeist, like, and is always in front of the camera, I think her saying that to them and having them air that was so special, so necessary and needed in this climate that we have. And for a Black woman to do that in a moment that she is in the sun, I mean, honestly, like she always is, but for somebody to give
She was the biggest Oscar-winning movie of the year, you
literally, and for her to like give Ru and the entire show its flowers is really fucking cool.
Hell yes. Thank you, Tiana.
Thank you, Mom.
For being our last regular season guest judge.
You're our only hope.
Regular season guest judge. Okay, let's talk about these runways. We have only 4.
Only 4.
First up is Juicy in the gold. She looks like, you know the Cave of Wonders? You been to the Cave of Wonders, girl? You know, Abu running around looking for that diamond or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, Aladdin's on the lamp, but Abu was looking for the diamond. I feel like this is what would have happened if Abu would have made it out of the Cave of Wonders in time.
I got it.
I got all the stuff.
I got it.
I got it all. Kind of honestly, and I loved so many of Juicy's runways. This
Not it.
was not it.
I have to tell you, I feel like the hardest thing that you have to make in this competition is
Choices.
a finale gown, but
Choices.
also choices. But yeah, choices.
You just don't. You literally.
That was.
You have only so much money and so much space, and again, these girls have 14 episodes to prepare for. We've talked about this before. Really big, complicated runways, multiple reveal runways, multiple movement runways, things that you have to like.
You have more of a shot of wearing those things than you do a finale gown. Not that I think that the material or how she wanted to be perceived was afterthought, but it just wasn't as good as a lot of the stuff that she had previously. It was a little ill-fitting. It wasn't, I mean, I just wanted to see this bitch in a big-ass wig for the finale. And an updo or something like that. Like, instead of, like, this, like, gold dripped... I mean, like, you can... I don't think that this was from here, but you can get those things at any costume store anywhere. The outfit, obviously, you couldn't. But, I mean... It just didn't gag for me.
Honestly, I think if she would have left a little more negative space in the décolleté area, and then like you said, with a big wig, then it could have been like, okay, the hair and the face are serving, give a little bit of the body, and then it could be crazy. But the problem is, it was kind of crazy. Like her face was just like a dot in the middle of madness.
Yeah, and also she's not somebody who really paints with a lot of color or with a lot of like depth in her face. No shade. It's just like she can get away with it because her bone structure is so good. That dress is huge, and it requires.
And she's a tiny girl,
and she's tiny, Fief. So there has to be something that is like really pulling with the mug if it's going to be that covered up.
Yeah, but. Still
gorgeous.
Still gorgeous.
Say that.
Still gorgeous.
Can't deny that.
Still gorgeous. Next up, we had
Nini
Coco. This was the best
the
she's looked.
night.
And also, and I've said this before. rhinestones and sparkle read one way to us on camera. I bet in person it was blinding.
They are getting better at making it so that
You
it's
can
a
actually
little
see.
more like a difference, but it's not like it is under stage lights. Like that in
Like, I'm
person
sure that-
has to be the craziest shit you've ever fucking seen. What a vision. And you know how it's so good? Even without it. Even without
the shape and everything.
even without the like free 4-dimensional thing that you get from the rhinestones in person.
But the shape and the silhouette. It was so cool.
And she made it.
And she made it. I love that she said, my signature sharp shoulder. And I was like, no, girl. Your signature is no wig.
I know, she was going out of her box.
And I was like, you wore a wig.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. There's just, those wigs that she wears that I hate. I'm like, it's because she doesn't wear wigs. She doesn't know.
About wigs?
No, have you seen her in this, like, the curly Q wig that she wears?
Where?
Everywhere. On the road, but also in, like, challenges and stuff. No, also in challenges. That way, it was on the show. I want her in a Pussy Bam Bam. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
She has, like, a half up, half down, but it's so curly. And I'm like, Nene, you can get away with being a sexy showgirl. Like, let's, like, whip it around Wicked Witch.
I feel like you empowered me to feel that a little bit. I don't know if this is that, but I feel like
it is nothing like this.
But what I'm saying is, I feel like you empowered me to wear like sexier hair.
Yeah.
Like, last week my hair was kind of sexy in the pod.
Exactly.
I was trying to give you like,
And I'm the definition of sex in this dress right now, honey.
We went to the Lolita section on Amazon.
Yeah.
That is where sex workers buy children's dresses to
Sisters
dress up.
are doing for themselves.
Spooky. Okay,
All right.
next up we had Mikey Meeks.
Oh, loved this.
I liked it.
And you know what I'm gonna say? They wanted her to take the wire away, but when she came out without the wire, I missed it.
But don't you think that Jada did this look bit better on our season?
100%.
Like we've seen the celestial thing. I literally saw it and I was like,
Season 12.
like Jada did this. Jada did the celestial thing, and it was literal perfection. I think Jada also made hers.
Girl, of course she did.
And
we were in the Artemis, and we were seeing space in front of our damn
it.
eyes, okay, when we were with Miss Jada. That was fabulous.
Yeah.
This
So
was cute.
it was cute.
It was more of like a runway. It was more of a drag take on it, where I think Jada's was no. It was a little more of a red carpet.
Yeah. It felt more red
version of this
carpet.
instead of what Jada's was, which was like drag and like full concept, full force, not trying to be subtle in any way, but still trying to be beautiful.
And like I
She
said,
was.
I still think it's Mikey's to lose, but
Oh,
this
yeah.
runway wasn't my favorite thing. But that's okay. If you got to this challenge, the drag excellence runway, that's the end. You have to kind of be like, how much money do I spend on this? Because at this point, they're judging you on the season as a whole.
Yeah.
Which, though Nene had the better runway than Juicy, I don't think it was her runway, which was the reason that she got saved over Juicy in that
No.
lip sync.
Oh, not at all.
It was her track record.
Totally. But, runway, and, I mean, although I did think Juicy did a good job, we'll talk about this.
We'll talk about this later.
We're putting a pin in this. Let's talk about Darlene for 2 seconds, because I feel like there's a house divided on Darlene look.
I thought Darlene looked... If I had never met this girl, if I just saw her hosting, I'd be like, that girl looks nice. Knowing Darlene, knowing how, for lack of a better word, hodgepodge her fashion package has been all season, for us as the audience, it was exciting to see her in something so glamorous and elegant. And the fact that she topped it off with the funny shoe bit, I liked.
That matched the jacket.
It did match the jacket.
And the drapery. And that dress, to me, was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
I thought she had worked, like, in a way that we've never seen before. Her silhouette of just a tall, thin, dangly bitch. She had tits, nothing else, and then had this beautiful red.
I think she had no tits.
I know.
Yeah.
No. Oh, well, regardless. She had the halter,
Yeah.
halter.
Halter.
She had the halter shape, and I was like, whatever it's doing.
It was also kind of Halston.
Okay.
I was kind of reading Halston.
Shout out to you, Krista Rodriguez.
She never gonna listen to this.
I'll send it to her. And she will love it. But no, I thought that she did the best thing ever, which was really make her silhouette look so good. And I don't think that we've seen that from Darlene before. This was so puss. And I
hear you.
Yeah, you know,
I felt like she finally took advantage of the fact that she is the only tall person left in this competition.
Okay.
And she was like,
by a mile,
by a literal
actually.
mile, and she was like, "Let me show you what a tall bitch can do on a runway."
And it was
because like the other three are like little, like the lollipop guild over there. You know what I mean? We got the lullaby league, and then we got Darlene, who is like 2 feet taller than all of them.
Girl, okay.
Like being like, well,
towering.
Let me show you what a tall bitch can do on a runway.
Yeah.
Which, you know, there's a reason supermodels are tall. It's because garments look different on a tall person.
Yes.
Like they look different when you see that much fabric hanging from a shoulder to a foot, you're like, whoa.
But that I think also gets into the nuance of, like, even in the way where a lot of people are like that. If a skinny girl wore this, you would all gag. I don't think it's the same thing in terms of like talking about skinny versus bigger. I think it's more of really knowing what works well on your body. And I think for the first time in this competition, not the first time for Darlene, she's had a bunch of really good runways, but this was the first time that I really saw her in a different light in this glamour with that silhouette. I'm like, oh, I want to see this bitch in more gowns. And I never thought that I would say that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think of Mistress Isabel Brooks. Shout out to her fabulous pod. But Mistress, I would say, changed the game in my mind of like, oh, this is what a bigger girl can do on a runway.
Oh.
She looked so impeccable every runway. It was incredible to me. She was able to make everything look fashion.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. You can make anything. Sorry, not anything. You can make any runway category look good on any body type.
100%.
I believe that.
Oh,
100%.
down.
And I just say that I think for this runway, Darlene stepped into what her body type is. And is like, well, I am a tall, skinny gazelle. Let me show you what that can look like.
Yeah. I guess it's also, I can't really see a more, like, and not that I can. I'm curious to see what even a more elevated Darlene Mitchell would be from this, because I'm like,
yeah,
I loved the simplicity of it. That's, I think, something that I really gagged for. It was simple. It was 2 colors. It was a ginger
Reba.
wig. It was just like, I really gagged for her in this moment.
Do we know how much time they have off between this episode and when they filmed the Lollapalooza
I
finale?
think maybe like a week.
No.
I mean, yeah.
Really?
Maybe like a month at the longest. We'll find out. I mean, I'm sure somebody
Someone
listening to
knows.
this podcast tell us.
We can just text the girls, but because we had, between our horrible, sad COVID reunion and finale, many months. We filmed in the summer of 2019, and we had to film
therapy session.
the reunion and finale in deep, deep COVID lockdown in March.
Our preview party was one of the saddest experiences in my life, looking back at it now. Nobody came. Everyone was so scared. And then, like, 2 days after that, we got shut down. Well, everybody, let's get to the lip sync.
Right, so to no one's surprise, Darlene
hold
and
on.
Mikey are the top. We're
Where?
still recording. Circle's a square.
No, I know. EJ was
Just
telling
realized
me.
a little. I think it's kind of smudged a little bit now.
Let me see. Look at me.
Do you see what I'm saying?
You gotta press here,
Under there.
I think.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eve.
Keep it in.
Oh, cutting this? No way.
Why cut it?
I'm not editing that out.
Shit.
This is realism.
Edit.
You'll edit it. Edit.
Mikey and Darlene are our tops.
Yes.
And they both win, which to me is, I feel like Rue is like, I'm not going to put my, like, thumb on the scale. I want you to all go into this finale thinking it could be, frankly, either of those two.
Yeah, because unfortunately, where we get to is a Nini Coco, who is now in the bottom 3 for the 3rd time in a row, And Juicy Love Dion, this is, I think, her 4th or 5th lip sync in the competition, who also they both still have 2 wins. And up until this point, I mean, they were the simmers at the beginning, and now the 2 who we're seeing the progression go to are the ones at the end. And I thought that they both did a really good job in this lip sync. I thought that, what a great song, too. I'm also thrilled about the song choice for this. Something fun and upbeat. But I kind of thought that the critiques that I was hearing on the Boots ground was that Nene was really evoking the emotion of the song and Juicy was doing incredible tricks. What did you think? And what did the bar think?
So yeah, so I was in a live
interested.
viewing party, which is, it's different because, you know, the screen's a little further away. We're mostly seeing the theatrics of the lip sync versus, like, their faces.
Yeah.
And, you know, so...
I was watching women's
The
college
bar-
basketball and this at the same time, so I had no idea.
The bar was confused because, and I'll say this, Juicy did a great lip sync, really cool theatrics, acrobatics, all that stuff. Nene stood there and she's in a very tight form-fitting gown. Very hard to lip sync in if it's an up-tempo song.
Yeah.
She gave the truth of the song, but the one thing that kind of, I would say, to me, Nene lost the lip sync, not because she's a worse queen or she had the worst track record or whatever. She probably had the better track record, and I'm not here to say who's the better queen. But in the last, 12 bars of the song, she kind of breaks her tits off to give herself more mobility, and then they're just kind of hanging there.
I don't think she broke them. I think they did break.
I thought she, grabbed them and, twisted them.
I think she was grabbing them to try to put them back together.
I guess.
I
feel like, here's the thing. They tell us, and you know this, they tell us you have to be able to lip sync in your outfits. And Juicy came prepared to tear off that big gold thing to lip sync.
But this is what I hate to say. Knowing what we've seen Juicy do, I don't think this was her best showing. I actually think that this was probably, if we have to rank them, towards the bottom of her performances. And I think that had she, here's the tea. We have to see her do something that we haven't seen her do before, which is really evoke the emotion of the song. I think that if she did that with her tricks, it could have been a different story. And on top of that, I do think that the show is giving her the opportunity to win that Lollapalooza next week. Because while Nene is now a lip sync assassin, literally eliminated 3 of the biggest competitors in this competition, 1 in a row, I think Juicy, it's Juicy's to lose. Because she's going to be hungry to do that. She was so sad when she got sent home. I felt so bad for her. But
I guess I could flip the script and say, I think Nene could have also won the Lollapalooza.
Let's see.
So it's
I don't know. Against Mia, Mia's been off the clock and ready to buck. You have to forget. You can't forget. Mia's star is up in this bitch. And this is the only thing she's had to think about for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I guess, here's the thing. I don't know if the show made a compelling argument for me either way of who should have gone home. For example, when I went home and they put me and Crystal on the bottom, they said, hey, all of the girls did great in the challenge. We are going to look at track record. I was the only queen at that point who had never won a challenge.
I see.
And so for us, the audience, the viewers, the storytelling of the piece, it was to everyone justified. Well, that was sad for Jackie. She had to go home, but Crystal has a win and the other girls all have wins.
Yeah.
So from a storytelling perspective, I think it made sense that I went home. I don't know if they built quite as compelling of a case. I guess what they tried to do in the edit is say, Juicy still isn't quite her fully realized self.
And also,
But that's just so arbitrary.
That, I don't think it was her best lip sync, and Nene's was, one of the best finale runways we've seen
It was a beautiful runway.
Minute.
It was a beautiful
She
runway.
knows exactly who she is.
Yeah, I guess either way.
And I have to disagree with the judges on this. I do know that Juicy knows who she is, too. She might not be, as outspoken or as much of a host as other people, but that's a skill that I think you could totally develop. So I'm like, not that I don't think like whoever wins or loses, you know, if any one of those three girls in the top loses, I would love to see them on an All Stars. But I'm like, I think that Juicy has like the most room to grow to really eat an All Stars.
But kind of like the Georges.
Yeah. And I think honestly, like, we pissed her off. Like, I'm excited to see her. I'm excited to see her in the Lollapalooza. I dead ass am.
It's also hard to like feel like you own yourself when someone like points to you and says, "Who are you?" I'm worried about you.
I'm worried about Heidi.
I'm worried about Heidi. That's my vocal stem.
Okay.
I'm worried about
I'm
Heidi.
not worried about Heidi.
I'm worried about Heidi.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of My Sister in Drag. I am going to be on vacation next week, so
We'll be back in 2 weeks.
We'll be back in 2 weeks for the grand finale.
Mm-hmm.
We'll recap on the Lollapalooza that I'm sure is going to be fantastic. But
Lollapalooza, all Ru songs.
All Ru songs. We will get back to you on that, and then we will see you for the finale, where Jackie Cox and I are both going to wear our finale dresses. You haven't seen mine.
Are we out?
Oh, I am.
Well, that means we got to do another one. We'll see
Bye.
you.
Bye. See you in 2 weeks. Yay!
Turn it off.